The Fridley Public Schools Board May meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Welcome. Would begin this evening's meeting with a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Seconded.
I have a motion by Lindblad, seconded by Sampson to approve the agenda for May 17th, 2016. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries. Next item on the docket is a spotlight on recognition, beginning with the Employee of the Month for May.
It is my pleasure to announce Sheila Jensen, who is May Employee of the Month, and this is what Dr. Smith said about Sheila. She is a woman of high principles and impeccable personal character. She is a person that quietly stands up for what is right and never compromises her standards. Sheila shows how much she cares for the Fridley students each and every day, and she puts students first. She contributes to the Early Childhood Special Education team by providing excellent observations of students and suggestions for working with them. It is because of Sheila's unique ability to work in partnership with students and staff, she is able to get her students to achieve at their highest level. She effectively deals with last-minute changes. She provides services in a variety of settings, both in early childhood special ed, family ed, Head Start, and is respectful, professional in all the settings. She is a great member of our team. Congratulations to Sheila.
All right, thank you. Our next item would be the 2016 Academics, Athletics, Arts, and FHS recipients and the Athena Award.
It is this time of year that our seniors are given accolades for the accomplishments that they have. And tonight I'd like to talk about a couple of students. First of all, the 2016 AAA award winners. This is Academics, Athletes, and Arts. The AAA award is given to one male and one female senior with a GPA of 3.0 or higher who have excelled in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in the fine arts. This award is sponsored by AAA, Automobile Club, and the Fairview Health Systems. So tonight, the first recipient is Keenan Allen. Keenan participates in multiple sports, including swim team, cross country, running, track, and field. He has been the captain of the swim team for the past 2 years, on the varsity team since 7th grade. He has been named All-Conference for 4 years in a row and All-State for 2 times. He also plays the French horn in the concert band. He also plays the piano in the orchestra pit for many of the musicals. He has a 3.99 GPA and is enrolled in the full IB diploma program, and he is a candidate for the IB diploma. Keenan has been accepted into the biology honors program at West Virginia University and hopes to be a walk-on for the swim team there. So congratulations to Keenan. You might also remember that Keenan had 2 older brothers who all travel here through Northwest Suburban, quite a ways away. I think last year one of his brothers, I talked about how many miles he had to come to school. So the other award winner is Catherine Barrett. Katie has played basketball and played varsity golf since 8th grade. She serves as the golf captain. Katie is part of the band program all 4 years. She participated in an ensemble in grades 11th and 12th, has also been in the choir for the past 2 years, and is involved in plays and musical and the speech team. She has a 4.185 and is also a full diploma candidate and hopes to receive an IB diploma as well as her high school, Fridley High School diploma. She plans on majoring in English, journalism, or communications and has applied to Princeton, Columbia, Stanford, and NYU. So still not decided, I guess. And then last of all is the Athena Award winner. And Athena strives to recognize an outstanding senior female athlete and honors each woman in their athletic achievements. This year marks the 44th year that the Athena Award has been awarded, and I believe that banquet was last Friday. Riley Johnson is our recipient, and she has been active leader in volleyball, gymnastics, softball, and accumulated 13 varsity letters. She's also earned 5 conference awards in 3 sports. Riley moved from JV to varsity softball after just 2 games in her 7th grade year, and she's also made the 17 and under junior Olympic volleyball team at 14 years old. She's a member of student council, yearbook, math team, and a member of the student activities leadership team. She has a cumulative GPA of 3.5 and has been a recipient of the Fridley Academic Excellence Awards in all 3 sports. Riley plans on attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities to study kinesiology and nutrition. So congratulations to all 3 of these students.
Yes, that's just a wonderful snapshot of what our students are doing, both on and off the fields.
We did invite them here tonight, but they're so busy that they weren't able to be here.
All right, next we move on to superintendent staff reports, beginning with the 5th Annual Volunteer Appreciation Breakfast.
And
Jael?
I think Jael is going to do this.
We're going to drag you up for this one. Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening. I rarely get to stand here today, so it's with great pleasure that I present a very special presentation. Last Friday, that was May 13th, we had this was the 5th Annual Volunteer Appreciation Breakfast. And this is a program that recognizes district volunteers. And these are men and women in our community, moms, dads, grandparents, and community members who go above and beyond to support our students and our teachers in the classrooms. So they contribute volunteer time to assist with reading. They help around in the office. They provide winter supplies for some of our students who are in need. And overall, our district leadership and principals are really appreciative of the work and the time that they commit to make sure that our students have the opportunities and supplies that they need in the classroom. So last Friday at 7 o'clock in the morning, about 40 of them, some with their family members, were present, and we had a wonderful time. And this presentation is really just a snapshot of what our principals really think and value in terms of the volunteers that are in their classrooms and in their schools throughout the year. Thank you.
The volunteers who support our students, our volunteer readers, our other volunteers that come in the building, they're an extension and another layer of opportunity for students to engage in a relationship with a caring adult.
Volunteers have an enormous impact, I think, on students' health and well-being in our entire community.
Just even simple things like making copies, it's a huge help to teachers and allows the teacher then to spend more time maybe preparing or working with kids.
Any extra hands at, feeding time or transition time is tremendously helpful.
In order for us to provide opportunities for kids and give them real lasting experiences, we need that little extra.
Here at Stevenson, 68% of our kids receive Title I services for reading, which you can see requires a lot of manpower to help these kids.
We have a lot of volunteers that help us with academic support. We have parents that come in that do enrichment groups with kids. We have parents that come in and do remedial support with kids. We have parents that come in and do sort of daily things with teachers.
Volunteers specifically increase the probability that we can make generational change here at Fridley Middle School by connecting students to caring adults.
Kids are watching, and it's a great way to teach. We need to teach kids how to be active and involved, because some kids don't have that for many different reasons. Parents often can't be involved, but the ones who are do make a difference to those kids, and those kids notice it.
So many families now are distant, relatives that live all over. So a lot of little kiddos don't have grandparents in town even. So again, when we have the seniors that help us, I think for a lot of them that kind of becomes like almost a surrogate grandma, grandpa kind of thing. So it's kind of cool too.
When I think about being a teaching and learning institution, it helps our students understand the power of volunteers and that it's more of just people giving time. Hopefully it's a learning opportunity for them as well.
High school kids don't come up and say, gee, thanks Mom and Dad for helping out and serving ice cream sodas. They say thank you about 15 years, 20 years later when they're doing it for their own kids. And that's when they figure it out. And more than likely, kids who come from parents who are involved will be involved parents.
Volunteers are critical to what we want to do, and they extend our ability to have a positive impact on kids, and quite frankly, increase the probability that we can make generational change for kids.
When I think of volunteers, I think of the time and the effort, them willing to come in and share with us a piece of who they are, but a great way for them to get to know a little more about who we are, and together making our community stronger.
I'm incredibly grateful for our volunteers and all the people that step into the building to help out with kids, to help out with programs, to help with teachers.
You extend the work we do, you extend the impact we have on kids, and you certainly extend the societal good that schools work to do on a daily basis. Thank you.
I'm just eternally grateful for their commitment and their willingness to help us make this a better place for kids.
Thank you. If we could only give you in gold what you're worth, you would be rich.
For volunteers who have come in and helped us, whether it's be tutoring or working through some of these organizations or donating time and money into our school system, a thank you I could never begin to thank them enough.
We've received donations for our hats, mittens, gloves, boots, books. I hope with just some of the things that I've mentioned that you feel the sincerity of our thanks. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you. That is moving. How do you top that? So again, to all those volunteers, we certainly do thank you for all the countless hours you provide us with your services and your time. So moving on, we have our next time that a lot of folks have provided to us, but this time it's our staff and our district retirement.
Yes, and I just wanted to let you know, throughout the year, we get resignations and retirements, and sometimes we don't put them all together. And so here is just a snapshot of who we will be honoring tomorrow night. So first of all, we have Mr. Jeff Bullard, who is a science teacher here at the high school. Then we have Marilyn Gradine, who is an elementary teacher, EL at Hayes. Then we have Miss Shirley Gord, who is a paraprofessional who we just saw recently. Barb Hutchinson, who is a clerical support for both special education and the HR department, who is retiring. Joan Lensmeyer, our early childhood family ed coordinator for many years. Also, our next person is Marv Peters. Marv has been a custodian with the district. He has actually been out for a couple of years, so this is now his official retirement, even though he hasn't been around. And Sally Saylor, who is a middle school German teacher, and her retirement is on our agenda tonight. Dr. Robert Smith, our ALC principal. And then, last but not least, in alphabetical order, is Renee Van Gorp, our high school principal. So tomorrow night at 4 o'clock at FCC, there's another video. So that volunteer teaser video will allow you to come and see the montage that he has made for their years of service. And really do want to thank them for the multiple years. I haven't added it all up, but it's a lot. So thanks to everyone there.
Right, thank you. Next action item begins to move to our business action items, beginning with our resolution for accepting gifts. Monthly, we're fortunate to have our folks around, our neighbors and our businesses that do give us gifts over the month. And as part of a resolution every month, we do list at least the folks' names. And donating to Hayes Elementary School this month, we had an anonymous donor for the amount of $69.72. Chelsea Grandstand, $25. Michael Paquette at $120. Michael Peterson at $12. Jennifer Reichert at $57.72. And Deanna Roth for $180. The following persons donated to Fridley Middle School. The Fridley Lions Club donated $750. Various anonymous donors had $36.90. Stephanie Sharp for $30, and Scott O'Leary for $11.54. Donating this month to the transition program, William Beery gave them $200. Do I have a motion to accept these gifts and thank the donors for the contributions?
Move the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion by Sampson, seconded by Prueto to accept the gifts and thank the donors for their contributions. Any discussions? If not, clerk, could you please call the roll?
Aye.
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 And the resolution passes. Our next item is a motion to approve a memorandum of understanding between for teachers who have married employees dental insurance for the 2015-16 school year. Did we want to maybe even lump all the
I'll just lump them all
memorandum
together. We have
Okay.
4 memorandums of understanding for approval tonight. They're all related to the teacher's contract. 2 of them are related to medical and dental insurance. Actually, the 2015-16 is just dental insurance. The 2016-17 is related to medical and dental insurance. Both of those MOUs are in relation to married couples in the district, and it's a win-win from the standpoint of cost savings for the district to incentivize family options. And the other 2 is a teacher early retirement memorandum of understanding and a teacher peer advisor program that are in effect for the retirement is in effect for 15-16, and the teacher peer advisor program is in the works for 16-17.
Right, thank you, Matt. If not, I would accept a motion to approve all of these 4 memorandums of understanding.
Can they be voted on all 4 as a group, or do they have to be individually?
I would say we approve them individually.
Individually, okay. Well, let's begin then with the teachers' married employee dental insurance for 2015-2016 school year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Prueto, seconded by Lindblad to approve the memorandum of understanding for the teacher married employee dental insurance for 2015-2016 school year. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries. Our next motion was for the teacher's married employee dental insurance for the 2016-2017 school year.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Sampson, seconded by Lindblad to approve the memorandum with regard to the medical and dental insurance for the 2016-2017 school year. We have any comments? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes. Our third would be for the teacher early retirement memorandum of understanding.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Sampson, seconded by Prueto to approve the MOU for the teacher's early retirement. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes. And our final memorandum of understanding for the teacher peer advisor program.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Delvo, seconded by Sturdivant to approve the memorandum for the teacher peer advisor program. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes. Next item on our agenda is a motion for approval of the Fridley Nutritional Services Master Service Agreement for 2015 through 2017.
So again, we have 2 contracts for approval tonight. The first is with the Nutritional Services Group. bargaining group, and the other one is with our clerical, library, health, and computer assistants. Both contracts are within the district's budget, and we also would like to thank those groups for their collaboration and work during this process as we've moved through those negotiations. The contracts are in place for 2015 through 2017.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the Fridley Clerical Library Health and Computer Assistance Master Service Agreement for 2015 through 2017?
Second.
A motion to approve motion by Lindblad, seconded by Prueto, to approve the Master Service Agreement for the Clerical Union. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And the motion passes. And how about a motion for the Fridley Nutritional Services Master Service Agreement?
Move to approve.
Second.
And we have a motion by Delvo, seconded by Sturdivant, to approve the Fridley Nutritional Services Master Agreement for 2015 through 2017. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes. Next item up on our docket are several second readings and adoption of policies. Amina?
The list of policies in front of you are the policies that are presented for their second reading. There are no significant changes from the first reading, and I would ask for your approval of those policies.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the policies as listed in our agenda this evening?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Sturdivant, seconded by Delvo, to accept the second reading and adoptions of policies 428, 206, 413, 414, 102, 208, 401, 410, 416, and 417. A comment, Kim?
Yes, can you reiterate, for those who may be new to this, where these policies are, reside online, or how they can review the information if they have questions?
Absolutely. All of the school board policies are available on our website. On the website, under the section marked School Board, all the policies are outlined there according to their numbers. The policies are there in PDF, so they can be downloaded and printed if people want to use that as a reference. If they have any questions about the school board policies, they can certainly contact the superintendent's office, and Lori Andler is available, or any of the school board members via their school board or their school email addresses, and we'll be happy to review them with them.
Thank you.
Thank you. With that, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes.
Thank you.
Our next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, which is the meeting, the minutes of the Fridley School Board business meeting and work session that was held on April 19th, 2016, the monthly financial reports, new contracts, amendments, leave of absence, termination, resignations, and retirements, as well as the bus stop approval locations. Just one comment, as we kind of reiterated this earlier. We are sad to hear that Frau Saylor will be leaving us through retirement this year. We wish her viel Glück, and if I could remember enough of my German, I could say more than that. But we do thank her for all her years of service. She's been with the district since 1979, so quite a few number of years. That unfortunately will be walking out our doors this summer. With that, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Delvo, seconded by Prueto, to approve the consent agenda of the items I had discussed. If there's any more discussion, not hearing any, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the consent agenda passes. Next on our agenda is student enrollment as part of the written information.
Yes, in your packet is our May 1st enrollment data, and as we talked about, we kind of had enrollment overload in our work session this time. But you can see that Matt was right when he talked about the fact that our projection, we are going to meet our revised budget projections, which I believe was, so we'll be over 3,000 students for this year. We actually went up in May overall, which is pretty significant. That has never happened before. And granted, there are some fluctuations, but you can see that there are, I believe, 10 10 additional students in our elementary from April to May. So I think that speaks to the mobility that we were talking about before. So anyway, it's looking good for budget projections for this next year. We'll do one more, which will be the June 1st meeting, but then June 1st date that we grab the data, and then we also do the very last day of school. So you will see that then in our June board meeting.
Thank you. Next up, we're back to Mina and first reading of quite a number of policies.
So I have quite a number of policies. Policy 420, 506, 509, 516, 532, 707, and 905 are all policies that are being updated due to legislative changes and recommendations from MSBA. Those changes are not significant, but they do reflect changes in language in the statutes. Policy 596, 613, 618, 620, 697, and 698 are policies related to our curriculum and instruction and assessment programs, and specifically being updated to reflect two things: changes in the standards and practices of the IB in preparation for our evaluation visit next year, and as part of our annual review of those policies, and updates in the state requirements for the world's best workforce and the phasing out of the No Child Left Behind language. Policy 616 is an updated policy that we are recreating that addresses school district accountability. I submit them for their first reading.
Right, thank you. Next up, we moved on to reports from school board members, beginning with the Northeast Metro 916 board meeting held May 3rd, 2016. Marcia?
Yes. Well, the item of interest to our Fridley residents here would be, we discussed the long-term maintenance plan for the Northeast Metro 916 district. The plan approved by the board will fund needs totaling $275,435, and that's for fiscal years 17 and 18. And this funding will replace the health and safety levy that the member districts levy on behalf of Northeast Metro 916 for the upkeep of its buildings. And for our Fridley residents, the impact will be on a $200,000 home. It'll be between 25 cents and $1 per year. So relatively low impact, but I wanted you to be aware that there will be a slight increase. That's that.
Thank you, Marcia. Next would be the Association of Metropolitan School Districts board meeting held May 6, 2016. Mary Kay?
Yes, Mr. Riddle. We had guest speakers. Amy Anderson, the Executive Director of Minnesota Civic Youth, came to speak with the group, and she provided an overview of the kids voting program, which is being rolled out in Minnesota high schools, which is like a mock presidential election. So, and it will happen prior to the actual election. So our students will be bearing out how that looks. So they're going to give them an opportunity to see what it's like to actually do the voting in such an important election. We also had a visit from the Office of the Legislative Auditor, who offered some overview of an evaluation that they are conducting on standardized student testing. And that about wraps that up. And no final answers from the legislature yet, but we have about a week left, less than a week.
Yeah. Amina has already called the vote Minnesota, and so we're on the docket, and it actually gives us a lot of flexibility to create our own ballots, and it can vary from grade level to grade level. So she will be working with the staff to make that, which is a little different than the Secretary of State one. So I think this is a little more interactive, so it'll be really good.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Now we'll move on to important future school board dates. A busy time of the year, so there's quite a list of them. Beginning with tomorrow afternoon and evening, the district retirement reception. That'll be held in the Fridley Community Center beginning at 4 p.m. The next Northwest Suburban Integration School District Joint Powers Board meeting will be May 18th at their offices in Brooklyn Park. The 58th Scholastic Achievement Recognition Banquet is being held May 19th, 6 p.m. for the banquet and 7 p.m. for the program at the Fridley High School. Schools for Equity and Education have a meeting on May 26th, 9 a.m. to 12:30 at the Ramada Plaza in Minneapolis. The next AMSD board meeting, May 27th, 7 to 9 a.m. at the Ties Conference Center. The 2016 ALC graduation celebration beginning June 2nd at 4:30 at the Fridley Community Center, followed later that evening by the 2016 commencement at the Fridley High School at 7 p.m. The 8th grade recognition program will be held June 3rd at 1:15 at the Fridley Middle School. The next Northeast Metro 9/16th board meeting will be held June 7th, 6 p.m. at the Bel Air School. Our next Fridley Public School Board's workshop will be held June 8th at 5:30 p.m. at the Education Center. There's also a second Northwest Integration Joint Powers Board meeting held June 15th at 6:15 at the Northwest Integration School District offices. And our next Fridley Public School Board meeting will be held June 21st. A work session at 5:30, open forum at 7, held in City Hall Conference Room A, and our business meeting at 7:30 here in the council chambers. Unless anyone has any further items for this evening, I would accept a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Sturdivant, seconded by Lindblad to adjourn the meeting at 8:06. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And we are adjourned. Thank you.